Well, hi, it's Donna with yourtimetoblossom.com. And here I am once again, wanting to share with you some insight, hopefully inspiration, at this time of great challenge on the earth. Here in the Bay Area, the shelter in place requirement has been extended for another month. And I have to say, this past weekend, I was really quite thrown when I saw images of crowds of people gathering on the Marina Green in San Francisco. Now, up till now, we've seen pictures of crowds on the seashore, the beaches of Florida and Southern California, and that left me wondering. But I'm originally from San Francisco, and that's not far from where I live now. And to see all these folks gathered together, disregarding the requirement, left me actually confused. I wasn't quite sure what to make of all of this. And it was very unsettling for quite a stretch for me. I couldn't quite make out even what my concern was. Um, there were video clips of security guards. I'm not quite sure. I don't think they were all necessarily policemen walking around, letting people know about the shelter in place and stay at home and keep 6 feet apart and wear a mask when you're around people. And these security folks were walking around saying that to these folks that were gathered on the green. And the folks just nonchalantly nodded their head, thanked this person for the information, and completely disregarded it. And I was like, what is this all about? Is this going to lead to a moment of complete chaos where there's just no way of uh, controlling? Is that the word I was looking for? I don't know. Controlling the masses. And so it was a good couple of days that I lived with this uncomfortableness and this uncertainty. And then I took to a resource that I have found helpful many a time, and that is journaling. And I sat down and I started to write and try to clarify what was unsettling. What was it? What were the different components of my confusion? And pardon me, what came to me was something I had read over the weekend. And a guy named Fred Burks, B-U-R-K-S, Fred Burks, had written an article, a blog that I had read, and he pointed out about a distinction that would be helpful to make. And he acknowledged that the social distancing and shelter-in-place policies have saved thousands of lives. And not only from the coronavirus, he pointed out that they've also saved lives from the flu and from car accidents as well. And he raised the question, when is it beneficial to implement these policies? And he made a distinction. And he said, how do we weigh the balance between the number of lives saved from the result of these policies and the number of deaths, suicides, actually caused by these policies in addition to the suffering, the isolation caused both socially and spiritually. So it was in my journaling that I came back to a memory of having read that a day before or so. And interestingly enough, it helped me to sort out my question. And then I was reminded that oftentimes what's a first step in clarifying anything is to clarify my question. And so I have to say, strangely enough, nothing changed. The situation still is what it is. The policy is still here to shelter in place. There are lots of folks abiding by that, and there are lots of folks not. And I realized that my unsettled feeling about all this had settled down. And I realized it simply was in clarifying what the question was. And then I'm reminded of my all-time favorite quote that I have lived with for over 30 years. And I more than likely I've shared it with you before, but I'll share it with you here because with all that's going on right now, this really is an anchor. So this is how it goes from Rainier Maria Rilke. Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart. Try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books written in a very foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers, which cannot be given you because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. And perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer. I have found that to be true all numbers of times in my life with other questions that I've had to learn to live with. And then after some amount of time, I realized that I had gotten some sense of an answer, a resolution to my question, simply by living into it. We are living with a huge question right now. We're filled with uncertainty, and the unknown is humongous. It's going to be a long while before we know how this all is going to play out. I invite you and I invite myself to learn to live the question now. Let's support each other in that and continue to put one foot in front of the other, moving forward into the answer that hopefully is a new earth, a new way of being together here on this planet that we share with all other inhabitants. All right, I leave you with that for this time around. I offer you my support. If there's any way that I can offer you individual support, please reach out and let me know. That's why I'm here. And I look forward to visiting with you again next time. In the meantime, I send you all my love. Bye-bye for now.